Okay, my hot button tonight has to do with our children and their safety online. We see it every day in our homes, in the society, our kids scrolling endlessly on their tablets, on their phones, and all of these things. And there has been a conversation that has been ongoing globally, not just here in the country, about how do we prevent them from accessing harmful content online. Now, a country far away from Kenya has set a precedent. Australia recently added YouTube to their social media ban for children under the age of 16. I'm saying added because in November 2024, they had enforced these social media bans on other platforms, including Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and all that. But YouTube had been left out because they had said, and YouTube had given this as a defense for itself as a platform, that it only hosts videos and it's not really a social media platform. But this has now been included in the ban in the country. Let's listen to the Prime Minister of Australia.
Importantly, following advice from the E-Safety Commissioner, young people under the age of 16 will not be able to have accounts on YouTube.
We are implementing these rules and this law on behalf of parents who want and deserve better protections for their kids online. We want kids to know who they are before platforms assume who they are, which is why I want to be clear about YouTube. The evidence cannot be ignored that 4 out of 10 Australian kids report that their most recent harm was on YouTube.
Now, the core of this is protecting children from access or getting into content that is harmful. And the question is, how effective really is this? What this law does, and it's important to talk about, you might ask why Australia, the digital world exposes everyone to a digital space that is worldwide. But how effective is it really from protecting kids? What it's supposed to do? What it really does is simply enforcing a bypass and a verification of age online. Now, any smart child, as we know, can bypass this kind of law. It means simply lying about what your age is. But this is not entirely not progressive. It seeks to cure a problem. And why this is relevant even to us here in Kenya is because this is a real world in the modern space. Our children are accessible to a lot of things online. And the question is, how do we protect them? And one of the things that we need to do, and this has really caused a lot of uproar online, people talking about how effective this is. What truly matters is making the digital space safe. Another thing that really matters is that the question, do our kids have a right to be online? In this modern world, it is a modern right. So make it safe, maybe provide ways of, having lasting solutions and making sure that you can control the algorithms that then dictate the kind of content that your children are up to. It does not also mean that we can bypass the role of parenting. So a lot of questions there and a lot of things to ponder even here in Kenya because the whole world is watching. That's my hot point tonight. I'm Sharon Omanyi.
Fascinating, and perhaps a subject of a last word at some point.
Yeah.
It's such a huge topic. It deserves its own time.